Those of you looking for a camera that does reasonable slow motion at the right sort of budget, then the Panasonic DVX200 may be for you. Shot a few different scenes today with different settings in the camera. I'll start by saying that if you look at this shot, the carts at the front and the back are blurred because they're moving across the frame. Anything moving across the frame at speed, as these carts are here, will tend to be blurred. If you're using an FS700 at 150 frames per second and a 300 shutter speed, you may not see that, but the budget is significantly different. Now, the last shot was at 50p, 120 frames per second at 360 degrees on the shutter. You can set your shutter to be degrees or seconds. This is now 240 degrees. Now, with this particular shot, I'm panning as the carts go by, so it will be the background that's slightly blurred. Now, the settings are for Final Cut Pro 10. If you set the timing to automatic speed, that automatically sets the time to 50% of the normal speed with a 50p clip and a 25p timeline. I've added a sharpen filter here at 7.5, and that's because anything over 62 frames per second will have a tendency to be slightly softer. Now, this is the same shot we've just seen, but this is 50p, 120 frames per second, same shutter at 240 degrees, but the timing now is at 25% using optical flow. The only time realistically you can use 25% in Final Cut Pro 10 is if you're using optical flow, and you can get some mixed results, but it's a reasonable result here. Again, sharpen filter set at 7.5. Slightly different settings, still 50p, 100 frames per second now, with a shutter set at 200 degrees. Again, in Final Cut Pro 10, set the timing to auto speed, and that makes it automatically 50% for a 50p clip in a 25p timeline. Same clip, same settings, but setting the timing now to 25% with optical flow. The sharpen filter again at 7.5. Now, whether or not you are setting the timing to be 50%, 25%, or even 10% of its normal speed, with or without optical flow, to some extent depends on your application. My application, of course, looking at these shots, as you will guess, is motorsport. If your business is wedding videography or doing corporate events, anything that doesn't involve things moving very fast, then you're likely to get some fantastic results at whatever settings you use. But these are just some ideas here. Now, this is slightly different. Again, 50p, 120 frames per second with a shutter at 180 degrees. And I have to say, this is probably the best starting point. Try this. It will work for most things that you will film. Set the timing again here to auto speed in a 25p timeline, so it's at 50% with the sharpen filter, again at 7.5. I've only had the camera for a very short period of time. I was looking online myself at different slow motion settings. There were very few, so decided to go and try the camera with different settings and post this here. Hope it's of use.